everybody, you have Tasha Y. Miller here, and I am the published author of The Smokiest Grave. And today we have another Queen Time video where we talk about the author, me. And today we're going to be talking about why I chose to self-publish my book. Queens. I'm coming straight out. Number one, you make more royalties when you self-publish. Yes, you make a large sum of money when you traditional publish right away. Well, after some time, of course. But here's a secret that a lot of people don't know. You don't get all of that money at once. You get it in little bits and pieces, just kind of like a paycheck. You get, if it's $10,000, maybe you get $1,000 this month and next $1,000 the next month. And guess what? If your book does not make it to $10,000, say you make it to $5,000, you have to pay back the rest. You do not get to keep the money if your book does not sell. That's why traditional publishing is so hard to do, because if they think your book isn't going to sell, then they're not going to give you a deal. And these days, it's not 10,000 anymore. It's actually been dwindling the past few years. It's more like 1,000 to 5,000. Now, say your book made it. You got a $5,000 thing and boom, your book made it to $5,000. All right, so you paid off the publisher, your agent, and you got a little bit of that money as well. And then you get to start getting royalties from people buying it. Now, your royalties are not very good. I don't know the exact amount because I didn't go into depth into traditional publishing. I just decided self-publishing sounded a lot better. I get a lot more money, and that's what we kind of do it for. Yet, if you're trying to get rich, you're in the wrong business. Number two, I control the time. So I am 27 years old and I don't have time to be waiting 3 to 10 years to publish a book. I published The Smokiest Grave in about a year and a half, and I planned on doing it November 30th. Then I got sick. Then I planned on doing it December 15th. And then my grandma got sick and ended up passing away. And then I tried to do it January. And then my job cut my hours, so I had to do some other little stuff to get some more money. So then I finally decided on my mom's birthday, Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2018. And I almost, if you've seen the last video, I almost didn't do it then, because it was just like so much stuff, and that's how it is. Life is hard, you know. There are some people that breeze by, never make any mistakes, and they are amazing. I give you props. I'll do some little dabs. And I didn't want to be worried about losing a contract or losing my money from a publisher if I didn't make a damn deadline, because I probably wouldn't have made the deadline. I would have been screwed. Yeah. Now, I'm hoping for number 2 in the Unnatural series to be only about 6 to 8 months, and I'm already a month in, and I have the first few chapters, so fingers crossed, right? Number 3, I wanted total control. So if I wanted to kill off some people in my book, I wanted to kill them off. If I wanted to make a new being called Dragonvirus, half vampire, half dragon, I wanted to do that. If I wanted to find an awesome book cover that didn't cost me $500, then I want to do it. By the way, I did. It was less than $100, and yay to me. And I think my book cover is pretty awesome. Number 4, I didn't want to find an agent. So I have some trust issues, and I didn't want someone that I didn't really actually know to handle my money and handle basically my future as an author. They do a lot of the negotiating, they hold the money, they get the checks, and of course they get paid, but I just have trust issues, okay? People that are traditionally publishing, they probably get emails and exactly know how much they're getting, so that's probably not an issue, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't put my future or my money in someone else's hands. Yet, that meant I had to do everything by myself, and I had to learn everything the hard way. Do a lot of research and just learn by mistakes. Number 5, I wanted to be independent. So I know there's a lot of stigma for self-published authors. So many people are doing it. They're not legit, blah, blah, blah. I actually thought of it the other way around. I thought that traditional publishing was kind of a cop-out, saying that, oh, I need someone. I am dependent on these people. They need to help me. And that's just kind of how I thought of it. Now, don't, please do not hear that that's what I think actually is going on. You know, traditional publishing is hard. I definitely get it. I know that they work hard and they are amazing. So do not hear anything bad. That's just how I started. When I started, I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that. I want to prove to myself that I am an independent. And I want to prove to the world that I'm an independent and I can do this on my own. I can make a fabulous book and then, or a fabulous series, because there's going to be more than just one book. And who knows, I still might do traditional publishing in the future. It'd be great to have that experience, to be able to tell people this is how self-publishing is and this is how traditional publishing is. What I recommend, or which one was better, which one made me more money, whatever. Like, I think that'd be awesome to be able to do for you guys. So I might still traditional publish, just in the beginning, it wasn't something that I thought highly of. Even though they have great marketing, you still have to do marketing when you traditional publish. Don't misunderstand that, but they have a lot of connections. You know, they are a publishing company. They've been doing this forever. I've been doing this for a year and a half. Number 6, money. Now, I don't have a lot of money. I am a broke mofo. Yep, right here. And I see all of these authors, they have fabulous homes, and they are just amazing. They probably have a lot of money to put into their books. And I don't. I live in an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, it's not pretty. But I don't have a lot of money to do this. So when I first started out, I tried an agent company. I'm forgetting their name right now. I should have looked it up. But and they wanted $2,000 to do kind of everything all at once. And I think that's amazing. But they wanted it within a 1 to 2 months. They want to do payments. I couldn't do that. So I was like, oh, all right. That meant I had to do everything by myself. So I had to do the editing. Then I had to do the book cover. Then I had to do the proofreading and more proofreading. And those I had to pay individually over a time. And that's just how I had to do it. I wish I had the money to be like, yeah, here you go, make my cover, do my editing, do all this fancy awesomeness. But I didn't. But I also didn't let that stop me. Number 7, to prove I can. I wasn't writing all my life like most authors. I was doing other things. I loved dancing. I loved reading books around a senior in high school. Before that, I thought books were the devil. But I wasn't the typical author. I wrote something earlier in life, and it was probably a big scene, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I dropped it for 3 years. I was like, that was fun. I'm done with that. And then one day, I was looking for that scene, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do something with it. Couldn't find it. So I started just typing or writing. I have to write it. I can't type it. I was just writing, and I kept writing. And I was like, I'm going to write a book. I think I could do it. You know, I thought it was going to be a small book, maybe, 10,000 to 50,000 words. I wasn't doing this big, huge book. And then I ended up doing it wrong. I just got overwhelmed. No one else was reading it, and I read it like 50 million times, and I tried to edit as I went along, and it just didn't work for me. That just didn't work. So I put that away, and I have gone back to it a little bit, and it's scary how bad that writing was. And I started something else out. And now this book was supposed to be a short story to kind of like get myself out there and to be like, how the heck is this going to work? But I fell in love with the characters. I fell in love with the world that I had to do more. And that second book, I made it a about 72,000 words. And I was ecstatic. I actually had proofreaders, I had editors, I had beta readers look at my book, and I wasn't so overwhelmed. And I learned how to read through and like just make marks instead of trying to edit as I go and get overwhelmed. And it worked. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you today, and I hope this was helpful. Hope you liked another Queen Time video. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you want to know anything about me, it is going to be kind of tied to writing, of course, right? Go ahead and comment down below. You can also tweet me at Tasha Y. Miller. I have a Tumblr, Tasha Y. Miller. You can email me at my website, www.tashayMiller.com. And of course, I hope to see you soon, and just keep writing. Bye!